Hey, what's going on, guys? Johnny GT. Today's video, as you can tell with the thumbnail, we're going to be doing the stock Scat Pack 292 versus the modified 5.7 canned RT, which is owned by RT Life. The race already happened, guys. It happened at the Callout. If you haven't seen my Callout video, check it out, link below. But I wanted to dedicate this video to that race so we can kind of go over, I give you guys my input on it. First, I gotta get this thing washed up. As you can see, the numbers still in the windshield from the race, and I will talk to you guys about it on the way, and I have to kind of do some errands along the way. So let's jump on this vehicle, let's get her started up, and let's chit chat, and I'll show you guys the video. All right. Alright guys, car's getting ready to go into the car wash. It's basically a hand wash place, so it's not a bad place at all. Well, let's go ahead. I'm going to show you guys the clip of, well, actually the racing. So, right about now, you guys will see the race, and then we'll talk about it once you're done watching, when the car should be done. Nice and clean car. Alright guys, I'm at the YouTube call. I'm about to go race RT Life with his canned 5.7 liter Charger against my stock Scat Pack, guys. Let's see what happens. Alright.
You're on live? Are you on Instagram or YouTube live? You're not live, but you're not live? Damn it. Alright. Hold on, wait. Let me say something. Follow RT Life. There you go.
Only if he wins. Only if he wins. Then don't unsubscribe.
I'm gonna get you. I have a feeling. I just have a feeling. I'm getting better. I think I'm gonna send it.
See, I guess he sent it.
That's what's taking forever.
Yep. Get a clip of this, bro.
That's so bad.
Poor Steve. That one's fine. She is clean, boys and girls. This thing is clean. It's crazy how slippery everything is once you get your car through a car wash. My foot's like about to slip off the brake pedal. So let's get out of here. I want to talk about what you guys just watched and give my 2 cents, guys. All right. Well, there you guys have it. I won the race. We only raced once, so RT, if you're watching this, I'm totally down the race again. Give it another try, see what happens. Quick facts on everything here. His car, like I said, if you want to comment below, RT, if you're watching this, I believe he told me, cam, shorty headers, tune, drag wheels. My car is stock. I would consider it bone stock, but to be fair, I want everybody to be exactly what this car has. It's a 275 all-season tire. It's not the one from the factory, but literally an all-season tire from the that I just threw on after the previous call out, not the one that just happened, the one before that, I may or may not have been doing some other fun things that required some tires afterwards. So
Oh, that's a good one.
yeah. So it has that. It does have the Mopar intake. It's the same intake that you find on the Daytona and the Scat Pack Shaker. Adds no power whatsoever. It's just more of a look thing. That's, really, you need a tune to get anything out of an intake. Really, that's where when you do an intake and tune, you're really getting the power from the tune, not so much the intake. So it does have that. In my eyes, still bone stock. Maybe it's a gray area, but I'll let you guys decide. Whatever. With that being said, my fastest time, I believe, was literally all factory, like stock intake box, 245s, and this is where I think RT didn't do his homework. Maybe I'm wrong, but my fastest time actually was similar conditions, getting colder out. I ran at 12:44, I want to say, at almost 113. So let's talk about it. You can see his. If you look at the time slips, you can see that I cut like a 200 or .250 reaction time. He cut a very impressive, which he was more than happy to point that out to me, that he cut a 001, very impressive, but it has no bearing on your ET anyway. It does have a bearing on like what the race looks like, you know what I mean? But as far as that's concerned, you can see in the race, like, I was ahead of him pretty much from the get-go, and it just stayed that way. I just kept pulling. So he ran a 13.1 at almost 107 versus my 12.5, which is what I usually average. 12.5 is probably the average for this car. At I think I did almost 112. So, what does that mean? All right, guys. So my 60 foot's 1.8. His is 2.0. He's got drag radios. He can easily bring that down and get himself into the 12s. There's no doubt about his car going to the 12s. He just needs to cut that 60 foot down. I think it's like a 2.0, which is pretty average for like a street tire. Drag rail should cut a 1.8. I cut a 1.8 with my street tire. Why is that? Mostly because it's an auto. His car is an auto. It's actually really easy. When I had a manual transmission car, man, I was so excited when I cut a 1.9. But with this car, it's pretty easy to cut a 1.8, 1.9. Which is pretty impressive for a street tire. So he needs to bring that 60 foot down. That'll put him into the 12s. I think it could be an interesting race if he really brings that 60 foot down to something I can't do. Like, I don't see my car doing a 1.7 or a 1.6 60 foot with street tires. I would just spin way too much because I'd have to really get to tack it up. So it could be a little more of an interesting race. Obviously, if you look at our trap speeds, that clearly indicates I'm still making significant more power. So it kind of answers, I guess, a couple different questions. When it comes to a modified 5.7 versus a stock 392, it's not going to make the same kind of power. You probably would have to put money into the heads. Obviously do something like nitrous or whatever, but I think you could make the argument maybe it just makes sense to get 392 after you put so much money into the 5.7, at least in my opinion. So that's kind of the time slip, guys. It kind of explains everything, kind of dissects. Like I said, I'm more happy to race again. I'm not any means a professional track guy, but I'd call myself an amateur, or amateur meaning that I have experience. I've been going like testing tunes and running at tracks for fun for years now. Way back since I had my turbocharged Mustang. So I know what I'm doing from that aspect. So down the race again, that answers that question, guys. The stock 392 is faster than a Cam 5.7. RT, thanks again, man. I had a lot of fun, and I'm glad that you kind of like put me on the spot a little bit. Quick background. I should have actually talked about this in the beginning of the video, but I reached out to RT and said, hey man, I really like what you're doing to your car. Let's race. He agreed. We talked about talking about it, and I did mention in my messages to him that we'd talk about it at the call out, but he did a video on it. It's like basically calling me out, which I didn't know. I try to watch a lot of the guys, that in the Mopar community. I do watch some of his videos. I watch, Family Cruising's videos. I watch SRT Mush's videos, Street Speed's videos, but, I don't watch all of them. So I didn't see this video where he actually did call me out, as you can probably see right here. So he did call me out in the video. I didn't know it. So I showed up to the track. He was like, "So where's your car? Like, what are you doing?" You know, he kind of lit me up a little bit, and I was like, all right, you know what? I got a helmet with me. I'm always prepared, so I'll be right back. I got my car teched in, and I'm glad I did. I mean, I definitely owe you for that. The second I got teched in, I realized, like, I'm like, what was I doing? I should have had this thing ready to go from the get-go. So it was a lot of fun. And I'm down to race any other YouTubers, by the way, guys. I'm down. Like, you know, hit me up. Let's do this. I'm a track guy. I'm not saying I don't goof around on the street, but I will not go to, like, an organized street race. So if you want to race, let me know. Acco is my local track. Got a Scat pack, and I'm ready to roll. So comment below. Hit that like button. I'll see you guys next video. All right, take it easy.